Protector, shorten it by 2 letters without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly, I can walk in any spot, every be soaking. From a time when was stronger, today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creek with baddies and sequence dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something. What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to lie. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-Trade, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape excited, leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up. What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
EA Sports in the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, 2 teams ready to square off. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome your 2027 Pittsburgh Steelers. On one sideline, there's the head coach of the Browns. His team ready to get back at it following their early season bye. And on the other side, the Steelers head coach. His team fell on the road last week trying to turn things around in front of the home folks here. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Off we go from Pittsburgh. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're going to be let out by the man from the University of Oregon, their rookie quarterback.
I think if you asked every player around the league going into the bye week, it is critical that you come in off of a win. It just makes the coaches in better moods. It makes everybody in the building in a better mood. And certainly it makes the time away from the team a little bit easier. So they've had a long week thinking back to their loss the week before. And hopefully they were able to address a lot of those issues. And they certainly want a different result today.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Check! Again, it's Judkins. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Reno! They'll give it here to Judkins. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
The thing that stuck out to me, Mike, was when we met with him this week, immediately, right at the start of the production meeting, was his ability to take ownership of last week's loss. He said, listen, if I don't make those 2 interceptions, we probably win that game. And when you go back and watch the tape, I love how hard he is on himself. He played pretty good ball. If he can eliminate those couple bad throws, a couple bad decisions, when he's good, he is as good as there is in the NFL.
That's complete. Calvin Austin. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And Cap reels it in on the right side. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Michigan man Mason Graham in there on the stop.
In 2nd and 8.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Johnson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. Give him 14 on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up. as it is touchdown inside the 10. The Browns offense ready to get going with their second possession. They've been one of the better teams running the football all year, evidenced by the ease with which they ran it on that prior drive. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Like, we're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
Unlock Lions! Unlock Lions! Check!
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And not much there. Quick defense held to no gain.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals. Like, they love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Here's Austin to return. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's 2nd best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
Now a screen set up for Johnson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. A gain there of 20. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like, everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Strong running there. Inside the 30. On the move with a gain of 9. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Here's a 1st down for their running back. And that'll give them a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. They'll run it here, and it's Connor. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they come up now 2nd and goal. Now this time they'll look to throw. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers move out on top, 14-0. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense make their way out to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down, 3 to go. Throwing now from the gun. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And the defense hands him up for the sack there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
And the Browns 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. Duvernay with the grab. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. It's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. From the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
At their 48-yard line.
Alert! Alert! Deputy Timberwolf!
Back to the air one more time. He finds Judy on that one. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On the handoff, Judkins. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Down the field, he's got Duvernay. And he'll take this one in. Devin Duvernay. Touchdown, Browns. That his second TD catch of the season. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's now 14-7. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. Start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Second and 6.
They'll throw out of the gun. And it's into traffic, but taken in. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Running here is Thomas. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
44-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
They'll go again here to Connor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Here's a third down and 4.
Let's go now. Go.
They'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to. And certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
They'll run it on first down with Thomas. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll go right back to Connor. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Second and 5. Here's
Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
And the Steelers are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal. Connor, and looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in. Second down.
Brings up second and goal.
Again, it'll be Connor. And he barrels his way into the end zone. James Conner. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 21-7 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The Steelers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is Myles Garrett in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up third down. Back to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. Now on fourth down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This one from 54 yards out. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Browns offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Derek Harmon in for the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 7.
They bring Judy in motion. They'll show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our look at the NFL starts now. It begins in the mile-high city of Denver. The Broncos at home to take on the Texans. And it's Bo Nix on target with that one. He had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Broncos move their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play well here in the season's first half. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons. They're playing host to the New Orleans Saints. And it's the lefty, Michael Penix. He is at his best when the lights are brightest. 4 touchdown passes for him on the night. The Falcons get back to 500. They even their mark at 3-3. One more to tell you about real quick. It's up in Minneapolis. It's the Vikings taking on the Cowboys. And it's the former Michigan man, J.J. McCarthy. It's a touchdown pass from 3 yards out. The Vikings find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the 5. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
He's got a man. It's Metcalf. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First and 10.
Another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and
From the 31. Here is second and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
A gain of 2. Brings up third and 7.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, and they'll run it with Connor. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get that one out to Connor. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8. It's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, he'll throw. There's Pat Mannigan, another catch. And he will score! D.K. Metcalf, touchdown Steelers. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and through. And the Steelers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Starts with a run by Judkin. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
That's good for a Browns first down. A gain of 19 yards.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. They call that on the former 2nd rounder, Brian O'Neill. So after the 5 yards walk off, it is 3rd down and 8. Open man is the tight end right. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Catch is made by Wright. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
And the Browns first down.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That is T.J. Watt in there to drop him. That time, it's a loss of 7. Here's a design run. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Back-to-back plays by this defense now, Mike, winning these early downs. Look at the sack on first, the tackle for loss on second, and now it brings up 3rd and long.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away. Watson's kick is good. And the Browns will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Austin now to return. This, and he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10. This is Connor. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. That run good for 8 does it. Very quick 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? You see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Now Connor. Past midfield to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21. That's a Steeler 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the ground, it's Connor. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 3 yards.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 25.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Well, another catch for his favorite target. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
It's a gain of 14.
He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
Here's a give up the middle, Connor. And he's brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
It's a gain of 5.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Connor now, right to start this 4th quarter. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Connor going to try to pull his way in. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain. The key to any good quarterback sneak starts with the surge and the push of the offensive line. From there, can the quarterback find a seam? Can he find a little gap and drive his legs? In this case, give credit to the defensive line.
Oh, he gets swarmed under. They meet him in the end zone. It is a safety. You are hoping your running back can do something to give you space. And, Greg, they got the absolute opposite. Instead, it is a safety.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. That's all they're trying to do is give themselves some breathing room and get their quarterback out of the end zone on this next snap. But instead, the defense is all over it. They get in the backfield for the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
On the return, it's Austin. He'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. Steelers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. On first down, the drive begins with Connor. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
Brings up second and 1.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and 1. Power run inside. Here's Connor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Steeler first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
This one complete to Washington. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First down. First and 10.
He'll look to throw. Metcalf makes the grab again. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
They'll run with Connor. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. Third and goal coming up.
A gain of 1. Brings up third down and 9.
Let's go.
And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
Incomplete. Results in a fourth down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. And things were already problematic for him. You had the safety followed by the field goal. Look, all things considered, not the worst outcome possible, but got work to do as they begin first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the drive is Judkins. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up the 3rd down.
He's a gain of 4. Makes it
Here we go.
We'll try and run for the first with Judkins. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. 22 yards to pick up there. It's a Browns first down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
They'll look to throw again. Duvernay with the grab. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
Running left is Judkins. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
This one caught it before. And he's in. Rock right. Touchdown, Cleveland. That his first touchdown this year.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Browns are able to cut into the deficit.
Browns 17.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
On the handoff, it's Connor. And, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain. They try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He finds Austin with the grab. Get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
He dives, and what a catch for the first down. A gain of 16, good enough for a first down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. Running here is Connor. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo. They'll run it here, and it's coming. And he barrels his way into the end zone. James Conner, touchdown Pittsburgh. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the scoring. Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Steelers 43, Browns 17.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
I'm not right! I'm not right!
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. His throw left is complete with Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Cleveland.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A run, and here comes Judkins. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7. 2nd down, they need 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. The Steelers are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So this one in the win column for the Steelers, and it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year.